So, we're kind of gonna be looking through the manual of arms when it comes to Glock 17 full-size pistol. Before we get started here, we're gonna have a bit of a United States Second Amendment acknowledgement on the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed is the important cause of the Second Amendment. As according to the Militia Act, second part, all members over 18 years or older are part of the militia. So these are essential life-saving tools that, well, I mean, they help protect your rights, your ownership of them, because government doesn't mess with you when you own one of these. But first of all, for all you that know, empty. Empty. So, looking at the Glock 17, a good place to start is kind of the origin of this handgun. So this is a modern polymer-framed striker-fired pistol. So there's a little thing in here that when you pull this trigger, comes back and gets released to setting off a bullet. It's invented in Austria by Gaston Glock. And it is quite the nice design for a handgun. It's obviously very blocky, but it works. This is not going to be a standard Glock 17. I have a Zev slide. It's just a standard Glock barrel, extended slide release, and then I have a flared magwell. So what that means is that there's a bit of a flare, so it's easier to insert a magazine. Anyway, oh, and the sights are these are suppressor height sights. I like the little fluorescent front piece. Some people don't like that, but just me. Okay. Anyway, how do you operate this thing? So, that's a good question. I have a bit of a list written down. I really want to talk about. So I'm gonna get through that. So, basics. This is a 10-round magazine, okay? And this is all California compliant because I live in California. How crazy is that? This is a magazine. This is an empty magazine. See, there's no bullets. But you'd insert them into the top here. Take your magazine with the bullets facing forward in this direction. So, wait, do I? Oh, I don't have any snap caps on my desk. The bullets facing this direction. Take it into the bottom of the weapon. Right, but you are not ready to go. At this point, you're going to want to take this hand, push it this direction, this hand, push it this way, and then release. So, what that would normally do is end up like this. Now there would be a bullet ready to fire in the chamber of this weapon. So, just see. Now this is a good place to talk about the 4 firearm rules. Of course, 4 rules of firearm safety, which is treat every weapon if it's loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to fire. Never point this at something you are willing to destroy, and know it is in front of beyond your target. Those are 4 crucial rules for handling a firearm. So see me, I will try to avoid pointing the end of this, even though I know it's unloaded, at myself, because the second you start acting like it's unloaded is when you shoot yourself. Anyway, this weapon would now be armed, primed, and ready to fire. I'm going to show you that it's not. Right, you see in there's nothing. But there would be. It's a little cutaway, because I forgot case, you press it and the magazine is released. Sometimes it doesn't fall out. You gotta take it out. Another thing here, this little guy. This is the slide lock. So, if I bring the slide all the way to the rear, and I press that up, it catches. And then I press it. It's gonna be loud. It releases. So, yeah. Also, when you're empty, the slide lock will automatically engage. This is the takedown lever. I'm not gonna teach you how to use that because I can't. Because California. You buy one, just read your owner's manual. It's not that hard. Okay, back to the wire cord. Unloading it is simple. Remove the magazine. Rack the slide like this. Quickly. And a bullet would pop out of there. And then check. Yep, we're good. We're good. It's that simple, people. Thought there was somebody at the front door. Okay. So we have the basics. How do you got the magazine in? You got a bullet in the chamber. How the hell do you shoot this thing? Well, you're going to hold it, this little webbing part of your fan, as high as you can get it here. Boom. Always keep your finger off the trigger to ready to fire. Second rule of firearm safety. Right. Okay. Take the other hand. Take this section, and you're going to want to put it against here. Boom. Okay. Find your target. Line the two sights up like that. So you got the back part, the top of this is lined up with the top of that, and this guy's in the center. Oh, that is loose. I gotta tighten that up. Yeah, like this. Right. You're gonna want to squeeze hard with this hand. Squeeze hard. Right, and that's gonna make sure you have control. Then once you're ready to fire, you're firing at a safe target. This little guy comes onto this. You're gonna pull. You're gonna hit a wall. It's gonna be a hard wall, right? Boom. And then just make sure you're empty. Hard wall. There you go. The gun will then, the slide will come back, eject the round like that, then come forward, load another one. Right? And that's the basics. Of course, there's going to be a lot more. There's a lot of things you have to work on. Like, the first time you fire, it's going to be fine. But the second time, your body is going to have a reaction. You're going to have an internal reaction. You're going to go up like that. You're going to pull it down hard, right? Because that's you anticipating it. But essentially, you figure out how to shoot a handgun. Remember? Load. Pull back. Unload with the magazine. Slide, rack, and then we check. See, nothing in the barrel. Nothing in the magazine well. Boom. We're not going to cover malfunctions right now. But that is essentially it. Right? Let's talk about field strip and disassembly. I can't actually show you or say how to do it on YouTube because YouTube's a bunch of big stinkers and they don't allow me to show you disassembling or assembling a firearm, but I will do it under a blur. You'll be able to hear it. Okay. This is now disassembled. This piece is the firearm, technically. This piece is just a hunk of metal under the law. So we're gonna throw this aside for a second. We're gonna look at this. That's right here. This is the shoot, this thing gets compressed, right? Like that. And then it gets compressed. Oh, take the barrel. It's getting, so this is a normal A. Compress, 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 compressed. Release, release, release. That's what keeps it. That's what makes it come back. This is the slide. See that little guy poking out right there? That's the firing pin, so that's what actually comes forward and slams into the back of the bullet. There's a bunch of other shit. This is what extracts the casing, the spent casing. And I think this is the striker right here. Anyway, it's a little bit beyond the scope of this video, and also I'm not an expert. I know the basics, but that's about it. This is the barrel, right? So the bullet comes in here, explodes, boom, right out the front, and then the casing sits in here. There's a little ramp right here so that it gets into the chamber, but barrel. It's actually it's weird. So it's not me assembling it. YouTube. It's not a firearm, technically. So when the barrel comes forward, it actually tilts a little bit, and that's because it goes down, so it can pick up a new round. There's always pain. There we go. And that's a slide. And this is not a firearm. Remember, U.S. law is weird. Here we go. This is a Glock 17 standard frame. There's a bunch of stuff going on here, but essentially this thing right here, this bar, is what ends up pulling the trigger because it's connected directly to this little guy. Yeah. This is the magazine release. Oh, I probably should have mentioned. This is the magazine release. That's actually bad, man. Yeah, you press this. Look, I can show you. Oh, look at this. Yeah, you can see. This is the top of the magazine. So the bullets sit like right here, and they get taken out and put into the barrel. That's actually not clear. But this whole thing, this separates enough room for the bullets to get picked up. Let me think. Yeah. See, some people don't like this. See all this kind of curves right here. People don't like that it comes out so far. You know, people with different shaped hands. For me, it works pretty well. It's all about how much room you can get. So you can get this part of your hand on the gun. Oh, we can't be showing this part because I'm reassembling the firearm, but I'm not explaining it to you because I'm not allowed to. Anyway, that's gonna be about it. Glock 17. Oh, let's get some Glock sounds. You can't really see if I stick my arms out, can you? A couple weird little oddities. So, don't mind that there's two different screws here. You guys don't see that. But this is an optics mounting plate. So you take this off. I guess it's a cover, but under it you can mount a optic. So like a Apollo 507C. So this is a little thing that instead of looking to the sights, a little red dot appears in front of you. Specifically, it looks like that, and that helps you aim without aim faster. So yes, constitutionally restricts the size of magazines. Because, in my opinion, magazines are protected arms under the Second Amendment. Because if you can define a magazine as a non-necessary component of a firearm, that means you can define anything as a non-necessary component. So you could say, on this guy, you could ban this little thing here, or you could ban the sights, because technically they're not necessary. There's a big court case that just happened, trying to appeal to the Supreme Court. So we will all be waiting with bated breath to see how that goes. I can make a whole video of California gun laws and how stupid they are. If my phone just calendar notification. Make a whole video on how stupid all the gun laws here and how unconstitutional they are. But that's a whole nother conversation. It's a long conversation because there's a lot of stupid shit when it comes to, when it comes to carrying of guns, which is another constitutionally protected right. That's what the word bear and keep and bear arms means. Or just the restrictions on like arbitrary lines in the sand being drawn on a ton of things. Turns out when 200 years ago people said your rights are your rights, turns out they meant the whole right. You can't just ban things. But that's the only reason I can come on here and talk about guns, because I got the freedom of speech and freedom of press. I guess technically this would be press, but this is a digression. If you made it to the end here, thank you for watching. We'll see this. I've been debating making these kind of videos. If you like this